Hey everyone, this tutorial is going to show you how to navigate your Holt Social Studies textbook online. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is within your class, you're going to look here on the navigation menu on the left-hand side, and you're going to click on the textbook button. When you click on the textbook button, it takes you to the page that tells you what your book is for the class and how to get there. So for world history, for example, we have the picture of the book here along with the title, and you also have the ISBN number if you're interested in that. Some students prefer to buy a used hard copy to have at home. But to access the online version, here you have the website that you're going to go to. So when you click on that, it's going to bring you to my.hrw.com. And you're going to get to a login screen that looks like this. Now, your username and password for your textbook could be the same as your password to get into school, to get into eAchieve, but it might also be different. If you try your school username and password and it doesn't work, you're going to want to go back and check here, the Student Logins app. This tells you your username and password for any different textbooks or vendors or other programs that you have associated with your various classes. Once you're here on the Holt website, you're going to go ahead and type in your username and password, and you're going to log in. And when you do that, it's going to bring you to a landing page that has all of your subscriptions. So depending on which classes you're enrolled in, you could have a fairly extensive list here. What you need to do next is scroll down and find the book you're looking for. So for social studies, maybe it's your government textbook, maybe it's US history, world history, world geography. So let's go ahead and just take a look at the world history textbook. To get into the book, you need to click the link that says go to the online textbook. That's going to bring you to another landing page like this. And it tells you right here how to get started, step 1 and step 2. So you need to select a chapter. So if you're reading chapter, let's say 6 about ancient Rome for world history, you're going to scroll down and click on this. Now sometimes students report that they don't see all the chapters, and that could be that this little menu doesn't open fully and you actually just need to keep scrolling down. If you see a little arrow here, there you go, the rest of the chapter is loaded. And to go back up, you just go to the top. So I'm going to select chapter 6, and that's going to take me right to the chapter opener, and I'm going to hit go. So then what happens, the book pages load. So this is the intro, this is actually the double page for the beginning of chapter 6. Now there are a couple things for you to notice. First of all, in the second drop-down menu, you are able to jump from one section to another. So maybe you started reading and you only got through the end of section 2. When you come back, you can go right here instead of having to flip page by page through everything. If you do want to flip from page to page, you just use the previous or next arrows to go back or forward. You'll see here, History Channel has partnered with Holt Textbooks, so there are History Channel videos embedded in your social studies textbooks. So when you see this here, you can simply click on it, and it's going to bring up a pop-up window. This little video clip is only 1:47. Sometimes the videos are the full hour or hour and a half long program, so it just depends on the content. So you could play that right from here, and when you're done, you could just go ahead and close that window. Now, if I want to go to the next page here, this is exactly what you would see in the hardcover textbook. So you just scroll through everything, and you can go to the next page. And you see for the beginning of every section, you have main idea, why it matters, key terms. One thing that's nice that's built in is you have primary sources that you can look at for world history. And you'll have other images and information for your other social studies textbooks as well. You also have interactive key terms in your Holt Social Studies textbook. So here, one of the vocabulary terms for the chapter is republic. If I click on that, it pops out the glossary for me and gives me the definition. And then you'll notice there are other tabs at the top up here for you. Right now we are actually in the book pages tab. I have some teacher tabs that you won't see, but for every chapter there's e-activities, which depending on which social studies textbook you're in, these will vary. For history classes, they might be primary sources or interactives. For other social studies classes, they may be interactive maps or charts or other information for you to read through. And I would just scroll down and see what's available. Here you can see all the History Channel videos that are available for this chapter on Rome. If you click on audio, for those of you who may need to or prefer to listen to something rather than read through it, you can listen to the chapter being read to you section by section. And you can either listen to it live right here, or you can download the audio file and then have it play in the background while you're actually flipping through the pages of the text. There's a references tab, and that gives you some of the basic info, but there's also an atlas that you can use. There's skill builder handbooks, the English and Spanish glossary, and then again, these are going to vary from textbook to textbook, but you have lots of great resources here available for you. Then you get a student resources tab, and it usually is broken out within the chapter by section. So if I click on section 1, that's going to expand, and here's again is the link to the section audio. There's a guided reading workbook and other in-depth resources for you. There's also the chapters in brief over here. It gives you a summary of chapter 6 right here, so that's kind of nice too to go through if you're reviewing something. And then I just have to hop back real quick. All right, so that essentially is, and then if you want to jump back to the book pages, you can do that. You can also type in any page number and it'll take you right to that page if you make a note of where you left off reading. And so you have an interactive map here that you can access through those e-activities and student resources too. So lots of great resources available for you to use all the time. If you have any other questions that I didn't answer about how to navigate the online textbook, please feel free to send me an email.